Today is my first full day here in Warrnambool, and it was the perfect weather to explore as the sun was out and shining. My first stop was Logan's Beach, which is the home of the Southern Right Whale Nursery, where during the months of June through to September, the female whales come here to nurse their newborn calves. I am here out of season, so obviously no whales were to be seen, but the views were still spectacular. This viewing platform also has a ton of facts and info about southern right whales, so it was interesting to read, and I can imagine this viewing platform would be prime positioning and a great vantage point to watch the whales when they are out. Then I headed to Fletcher Jones Market. I honestly had no idea what this place even was, only knowing it had gardens, and I only came here just to get a photo for my gran, as she always tells stories of loving her trips to Warrnambool and visiting these gardens. Back in the day, she worked as a secretary for Fletcher Jones in Melbourne, and he would treat his employees to fully paid holidays down to Warrnambool. So I came here just for her, and the gardens were beautiful, with lots of flowers, a pond with fish, and lots of sculptures. But I had no idea that inside this old clothes factory holds an expansive antique market, 2 floors of treasure hunting goodness. I even bought a game I found complete in box in good condition, well below market value, so it was a win. Normally when I visit these antique markets, I rarely buy anything, just like to window shop because they are often very overpriced. But this one turned out to be a hidden gem as it's very unassuming from the outside, but inside holds a treasure trove to find. Then in the afternoon, I walked down to Surfside Beach, which the access is directly off the caravan park that I am staying at, and walked along the beach down to Middle Island. The island is accessible during low tide, which made it a perfect hunting ground for foxes and other predators, causing the penguin population to decline. However, in 2006, as an effort to protect the penguins, Marima sheepdogs were placed on the island to ward off predators, allowing the penguin population to regrow and flourish. And it's just a wholesome story of dogs that were bred to guard sheep, instead now being charged with protecting these tiny birds. During breeding season, the dogs work in pairs, spending 5 to 6 days at a time on the island, and can be seen from the shoreline between October to March. During that time, the Middle Island Project offers guided tours to visit the island and meet the penguin protectors. The only way to access Middle Island is by going on one of these tours, as it is a protected wildlife area and inaccessible to the public. However, much like the whales, I am here out of season, but I've definitely put both of these experiences on my ever-growing bucket list to do in the future when I visit Warrnambool again. From Middle Island, I followed the road down to Stingray Bay, then crossed Merry Bridge that leads to a great boardwalk, super chill and easy stroll, offering great views of the coast including Pickering and Thunder Point. I walked all the way up to Thunder Point to watch the waves spraying up over the rocks. After my long walk, I headed back to the van, to my campsite to chill for the rest of the arvo. In the evening, I headed down to the pub, the Whalers Hotel, to watch the footy. I'm a die-hard Melbourne supporter, I bleed red and blue, so I try never to miss a game. So at least on my travels, I can always find a good local pub to catch the game and enjoy a beer. And this hotel had some great vibes. The next morning it was day 6 of my trip and I headed to Flagstaff Maritime Museum. This was a really cool historical site. You enter directly from the visitors centre and head into this more traditional museum exhibit. Which had some really interesting history and had a massive area dedicated to the Lockard shipwreck, which if you didn't check out my last video, I learnt about the story at the Lockard Gorge where the shipwreck occurred, so it was cool to get even more context and background on this famous wreck. On display, they have so many items recovered from the wreckage down at Port Campbell, including the famous Minton Peacock, a porcelain statue valued at over $4 million. It's amazing it's survived since that wreck in 1878 and made its way back to Warrnambool. After exploring this area, you head out to the Maritime Village, which is very cool to walk around. These displays are a very immersive way to learn about the history of the shipwrecked coast and what life was like in the 1800s.
I found the dunny. Bit of a hike from the cottage though. That was loud and unexpected.
I love walking around and checking out all the buildings and walking down the cobblestone streets. They have workers in some of the shops in period costumes, giving history talks, and they also have interactive displays, which were fun to engage with. I'm a history buff, and I love when places allow you to spend a day exploring another time and be able to learn about the stories and people of a different era.
Ooh. Oh, that looks cool.
My favourite area was the wharf and, of course, the pub. For entry, it costs only $15, so in my opinion, well worth the price of admission, as I spent most of the day here. They also have a light and sound show at night called Tales of the Shipwrecked Coast, which I would also recommend. After exploring Flagstaff Hill, I headed into town to just walk around the streets of Warrnambool. I really enjoyed my couple of days here exploring all that Warrnambool has to offer, but tomorrow I continue on up the coast. Though this marks the end of the Grey Ocean Road, there still is more adventures to come as I forge ahead into South Australia. So as always, thank you for anyone that has made it to the end of this video or watched any of my other videos. I genuinely appreciate it, and if you want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next adventure.